This announcement by the leader of the Democratic Unionist Party is significant because within the party, which was pro-Brexit but opposed to staying within a kind of a loose European Union trade arrangements because, of course, it shares the island of Ireland with the Republic to the south, but the north is part of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. So that's the difficulty. And they've agreed now that they, as a party, 130 of them, 5-hour-long party, a 5-hour meeting, that they've agreed that they can move ahead, provided there's new legislation by the UK government. So it is significant to try and stop this stalemate with no government in the province of Northern Ireland, and this is what Jeffrey Donaldson had to say at something like 1 a.m. After this meeting.
This package, I believe, safeguards Northern Ireland's place in the Union and will restore our place within the UK internal market. It will remove checks for goods moving within the UK and remaining in Northern Ireland, and will end Northern Ireland automatically following future EU laws.
Now, if you think that's about economy, you'd be wrong. It's about politics, and it invariably is. Chris Heaton-Harris is the Northern Irish Secretary in the British government. He now, if this is to work, he has to try and look at the details. He will address Parliament in London, and there could be movement quite quickly, provided that the detail stands to scrutiny and it's accepted by politicians on both sides, and we could see some changes in terms of the Northern Irish, the Stormont building, and people actually meeting in that building. Now, there are lots of details to go through, and not least that the largest party in Northern Ireland now is Sinn Féin, the Nationalist Party, and the president of Sinn Féin, Mary Lou MacDonald, said that we're on the cusp of restoration of government in Northern Ireland. That's a very good thing. It's a long time coming, but we're conscious there's a huge amount of work to be done. Not least because it was the DUP that actually pulled the plug on local government in Northern Ireland in 2022.
But you know what I can't believe? Tomorrow will be 4 years since the UK officially left the European Union. I know the conversation went a lot longer, but officially left.
Yes.
Brexit officially happened 4 years ago. So in that context, why is this significant? Why is it important?
It's significant for the 1.9 million people who live in Northern Ireland. They are about possibly to have a government running their own affairs. There will be money and finance coming from the UK government to improve conditions, living conditions for people who live and work in Northern Ireland. And while the various politicians have been at each other's throats over a political ideology, the people of Northern Ireland, of course, like elsewhere, have had to deal with what's happened with Brexit and what's happened with all these trade agreements. And the trade agreement was, in terms of goods coming in from England or Scotland or Wales into Northern Ireland, whether they, because Northern Ireland is attached by land to the Republic of Ireland and so the European Union, that was the problem. Now they're going to try and fudge around the rules again to have a green lane, a red lane in terms of costs on top of what is imported and exported. That's the detail we'll be hearing about tomorrow.